Alright folks, what you have in front of you here is a 1963 Joseph W. bar note star note. Yo, a few months ago somebody paid me with this bill, and I bought it out of the drawer. At first I didn't realize it was a bar note, but then as I checked and I realized just how old it was, I figured that out quickly. So, this video is about me hunting my retail cash drawer, and this is what I encourage all of you to do who work with money. People who work as cashiers, bartenders, waitresses, anybody who deals with money on a regular basis. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to check your bills, you need to check your coins, you need to check everything, because you might find things that are valuable or worth more than face value. So I've got this bar note star note in front of you right there that I received a couple of months ago, but the past few days I've received a bunch of older currency, folks. There was a man who came in the store who paid me with a piece of older currency, and I noticed he had another one like it in his wallet. I don't know what year that one was, but it had the same style as the older bills, right? And so I bought the one that he paid me with out of the drawer. I'm not going to ask somebody to buy money out of their wallet, so regardless, I'm just not going to go that way. I'm trying to be honest about it, not trying to take from other people like that. But if they willingly give up their money, I don't feel like I have to say anything, right? And so this man paid with one bill. I saw another one in his wallet, and I believe he came back again, bought more things, and paid with them too. I'm just not sure how they would have ended up. I feel like Father Time, this man was old, I feel like Father Time hit my store up twice and paid with older currency, and as far as I'm concerned, he can keep coming back if he keeps delivering like this. So, the mega find I had from the other day, I'm going to show you last because it's the oldest bill. But today I found some pretty old bills, right? And none of these first four are in holders because I actually bought some more that are going to be shipped out tomorrow. But here's what I have. So this one here is a 1969 $20 bill. Now, it's got some ink on it I didn't notice. I think that says either 21 or 29 on there. Now these were all in the drawer one after another, so somebody must have paid with these at the same time. I believe it might have been that same old man, but I'm not so sure. So 1969 $20 bill. Almost never see them like that. Almost never see them that old anymore. Next bill coming up is another 1969. Okay, unfortunately none of these bills have fancy serial numbers, but whatever. They're old, so they're definitely worth a little bit more than face value, even though the condition isn't that great. Any bill this old I see from the 60s and the 70s I'm going to buy. 80s and 90s bills, probably not, unless they're in exceptional condition. But for a 1969 $20 bill, I'm going to buy that no matter what the condition is. Let's take a look at the reverse of this bill here. Alright, now the next bill I have is a 1963A star note. So this is pretty cool. Unfortunately, none of the star note databases go back that far. They stop at 1981 Series A. So I don't know if this comes from a high or low print run. I don't know if there's even a way to look that up. But yeah, a 1963 Series A star note. So that's pretty decent. And then out of those four, this is a 1969A bill right there. It's got a wallet fold. It's a little rough, but this is in pretty good condition. The other bills are a little bit frail, a little bit weak feeling whenever you touch them. But this bill right here is really crisp. It almost feels gently circulated. Without that wallet fold, I'd say it would be gently circulated. So that's pretty cool. But now the next two finds, I think might even be more interesting than those four. Now this first one, I got this in a holder. It's a $50 bill from Series 1969A. So I would imagine that the higher denominations, 50s and 100s, you can find more often in the older currencies, which I see $100 bills from the 90s and 80s often enough, right, in my drawer. So I'd imagine because those have a higher chance of being set aside, put in a safe, put in a vault, whatever it is, rainy day money that somebody just doesn't touch, you know. With 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s, people are going to spend those, and you just don't see too many of those. But the 50s, I feel like uh, 50s and 100s, you can find the older bills a little bit more often, just, you know, in circulation, just because they aren't spent as callously or as often as the other bills. So 1969 Series A $50 bill. Now the next bill I'm about to show you is the Primo Find. And the old man, whenever he paid me with this, I knew it was an older bill, but then whenever I saw the series on it, I'm like, wow. I can count on one hand the number of times I've seen bills this old just at retail. I don't do bank strap hunting. I don't go to banks and get rolls of change or whatever. All my finds, for the most part, are strictly just hunting my own retail cash drawer. So I'm using that to my advantage to make more money. So, I mean, if I would go to the bank and say, hey, do you have any of the older bills in your till? I'd probably be able to find those a little bit more often. But just at retail, I never see these. So this next bill is, I think it ties the oldest bill I've ever found. Now, before I knew about coins and currency, I still would check the years on the bills if they looked older. I'd still take note of it. And so I've seen a couple bills from this year before, but this is really, really rare for me, and you'll have to excuse me. I put this in the holder upside down. I had to remove a bill from a holder because I ran out, and so I put it in backwards, unfortunately, so I have what that other bill was. So look at this right here, a 1950 Series C $20 bill. I can count on one hand the number of times I found a bill from 1950. I know I found a couple $100 bills in the past, and that just might be it. Of course, I wasn't looking as diligently as I am now, but still. This bill is sort of rough condition, but it's not terrible at all. Um, the bill that used to be in this holder was a $20 bill, a modern 2013, which is a one-away serial number from being really fancy. It was 22223373. If that 7 was a 3, well, that's another story. But just take a look at this, guys. 1950 Series C. $20 bill. Like I said, I never see these, so I immediately bought it out of the drawer as quick as I could. I'll show you the back of it. And I don't know if it's just me, but these older bills, they seem like they have a different color of green on the back. Like, it's more of a brilliant green, or just a different color. I know silver certificates, they have like a more brilliant green, but this looks like definitely a different color of green on the back. But yeah, so in 1950, C. Douglas Dillon was the Secretary of Treasury, and I don't know whether the Treasurer, I can't make that name out, but yeah, just take a look at that. Take a look at that. So yeah, guys, as I keep preaching, as I keep saying in my videos, if you work with money, you work in retail, you're a bartender, I don't care what you do. If you work with money, you need to check for these things, because this is a $50 bill I paid $20 for, that it's not in amazing condition, but it will sell more than face value. So, let's say it turns out it's not going to sell for face value. Who knows, right? If it doesn't, I still have the same $20 I started with. I didn't lose any money. This hobby is almost entirely for free. So you guys need to get on this. You need to check your bills. Check your bills for serial numbers. Check your bills for star notes. See if they're low print runs. Check for older currency. It doesn't matter. There are ways you can use the primary tool of your trade, money, to make money. So this is why I keep preaching, guys, because an old man paid me with a 1950 Series C $20 bill. Now, the 1950 or the $50 from 1969, I don't know if it was from that old guy. But all these 20s, I do believe they were from that old guy, because when he paid me with the 1950, he had a few other 20s in his wallet I could see of the same style. So yeah, folks, found a good bit of really old currency. In fact, this is making me reevaluate bills from the 80s. Maybe those aren't so valuable if I can get my hands on ones that are older, you know? So thanks for watching, folks, and keep hunting. And if you work retail, especially, keep hunting, folks.